Hey everybody, it's Carly here, and I just had some cards that I wanted to share with you that I've been working on for Christmas. I am late this year getting my cards out to friends and family and clients, but it's gonna be okay. I'm still gonna send them, and I just thought I would share with you some of the ones that I've created this year. I've had a lot of fun, haven't had a ton of time to make cards, and it just seems like my process has gone very slow. I don't know about you guys, but it seems like I'm in slow mode or something. But I got a few done, so I'm going to go ahead and put them in the mail tomorrow. But I just wanted to share with you what I had created. So these I actually made a couple weeks ago, and I love how they turned out. I wish I'd been able to make more. These are actually painted with acrylic paint. I had seen Tim Holtz, one of his Saturday, I think, live videos. He had used some of his acrylic paint, so I pulled out a bunch of my acrylics. My desk is a mess, by the way. And gave it a try. So here is one of a poinsettia bloom that I had painted. Did some splatter and a Merry Christmas die. And I think it turned out rather nicely. I was very pleased with it. It's got a little bit of a shine to it because it's paint. And I love how it turned out. So I made a couple of these, and I just finished off the inside with a quick sentiment. I like that they're flat. A lot of my cards this year are flat, just because it just helps reduce the postage, and I usually don't have any issues with them going through the mail. So there's one that I made. I'm doing this on my phone. I apologize. But there's that one. This is another one that I painted with one of my stamps, and I basically pulled out all my stamps. Look. And I still have a ton of images. Some of these are painted as well that I probably won't have time to make cards. I'll probably keep those for next year. But yeah, that's my mess. But this was a stamp that I believe this was Michael's Recollection stamp. And I painted him up as well with some pink paint. And then added a Merry Christmas sentiment. I actually, this is a die, and then I ran it through the machine, and it flattened it out, and it made it look like crinkle, which I thought was actually quite pretty. So again, very simple. I could add stickles or something, same little magical Christmas wish inside, but I think it turned out quite cute. So again, I was going for simplicity. Didn't that one just speak to you? I don't know about you guys. I just love this one. Absolutely love it. So this one is another one I did, another painting technique. I did it on craft with some white splatter. Added a little bit of twine, but it bulked it up. So I decided not to put that on all of them. But yeah, it turned out really cute. I loved the painting technique. I really did. And all the insides of those are about the same. Then I actually made a couple more, and I think Carly used a couple of them, and I used a couple for the office. But I loved the painting technique. So this one I used, this is a die that I picked up from Hobby Lobby, and then this is a Tim Holtz tree die, and then the same Merry Christmas die. I think I got it in one of the magazines, and I ran an embossing folder, used some ink on the embossing folder. You guys all know that technique. And then there's some stickles, which probably isn't really showing up, maybe a little bit there. So this is all a bunch of dies, and I think the deers are just too stinking cute. And then finished off the inside with a sentiment, and again, low profile, so it goes through the mail rather easily. So I made a couple of variations of those. They're all very simple or similar. So this one I didn't ink the background of the embossing folder. Added a little bit different Merry Christmas. It's been half inked. If you could see, the word Christmas is deeper pink on the bottom. And then I added some stickles. Again, low profile. Didn't use any foam tape. I wanted it to make it through the mail easy. So different variation of that one. Again, very similar. So this die, the deer die. You can see there's two different deer, one face one way, one face the other, and they're so stinking cute. So I'll have to show some of the stuff in another video of some of my supplies, but it's quite messy. So I did a couple of these. This one has a snowflakes embossing folder, and it does have some stickles on it. It's just not showing up, it being dark. So yep, Very cute. I love that die. So check out your Hobby Lobby. That's where I got that deer die from. And I think that's where I got the Tim Holtz tree die as well. This one is a different deer, and I used a different tree. It turned out really, really cute. Did some layering with some paper and a lot of glitter and stickles. I thought that was cute. This one I absolutely love. This die, the 25, let's see if I can reach it. This is actually a Heidi Swapp die that I picked up quite a while ago, and I had this idea in my head for quite a while. So I used some of the poster board that I picked up from the Dollar Tree a while ago, and I used it to cut the 25. Then if you can see, the background of the paper is it's an embossing metal die, and I picked that up. I showed that in a haul. I picked that up from, it's out of the packaging, or kind of half. I'm grabbing it, guys. Hold on. So it's a fancy die from Hero Arts, and I got this at Joann's. So it can cut the paper on the to make it a rectangle, and then it embosses, or does the, you know, doesn't cut all the way through, but it gives a little texture to the paper. And I did some little splatter, the little Merry Christmas banner that I embossed with white, and then this. These are a couple different dies, some Tim Holtz dies, and a couple other little, you know, leaf dies and fern dies that I have, and I think that turned out super de-duper cute. It's one of my favorites. And let me see, the insides again are very plain. Wishing you love and laughter now and throughout the year. Again, it's a little bit of foam tape under the Merry Christmas, but low profile, and that's what I was going for this year. A little more simplistic, a little bit out of my normal, you know, let's decorate it all up and add tons of flowers and stuff. But, you know, I was trying to make it simple, but I just love these. Aren't they so cute? So I made a bunch of those. And get those out of the way. Yep. Okay, so another one of my favorites. This is a stamp that I picked up at a yard sale, and I can grab it because it's still sitting over here in my big junk pile. This is an Impression Obsession stamp. I paid 50 cents for it at a crafty yard sale. Y'all know I love getting my bargains. So that's where I got. The stamp is actually still in one of my stamping presses or something. So in case I wanted to make some more, I've got several of those. But this is using some green. I got it sitting right here, I think. Ah! It's not the moment. It might be Memento. I either used this one. I'm pretty sure it's this Ranger one, though. Yeah, pick that up. So it's one of those, but I'm pretty sure it's the Ranger. Let me pick those back up. Isn't this adorable? So I stamped the stamp, and then with the acrylic paint, I went and painted on the berries. Isn't that adorable? And then here's my little piece of scrap acrylic, and I just created some splatter, and it's almost the exact same color as the ink pad that I used. And then the stamp, Joy to the World. And then I finished off the inside, and I thought that is such a beautiful card. Again, low profile, was going for very, very simplistic, but still beautiful cards. And I love how those turned out. I love it when a card just really comes together. So I made quite a few of those. And those got matching envelopes. Usually I try to make envelopes to match, but those did, because I just love that technique. Then the last couple piles that I have, this one is some dies. This is a memory box die that I bought at a crafty yard sale as well. And I'm looking to see, yep, here's the packaging here. So I bought this, I got the, both of them. I think it was like $2 or $3 for this vendor that had everything marked with the yellow stickers. So there's the background, and then there is the border. I think that's what it's called. Pine border outline. Oh, and here is, as I'm looking, this is the deer die that I got. So I got that at Hobby Lobby with a coupon. So if you're interested in that, it's called Christmas Deer. Aren't they cute? Love those. That's the little cute little deers. So this one is the memory box, and I just basically pulled out some scraps from my Christmas paper stacks and paper pieced them together and just called it a day with this sentiment. This sentiment came from this magazine that I just bought recently. Haha, here it is. I picked this up, I think at Joann, so it's an alt new. And I used one of these. And I wanted to make cards with these little bells. I've just run out of time. You know, you had all these ideas and inspiration, and you just don't have enough time. So again, this one I did pop up with a little bit of thin foam tape, but I wanted it simplistic, quick and easy. Actually, these take a little bit longer to do, is to sit there and cut all those. And the hard part is piecing and getting all those little pieces glued back down. And then Christmas is a time of joy, a time for love and cheer, a time for making memories to last throughout the year. So I made a couple of those. Oops, scrap of a tree. And I was using, again, as many scraps as I could. Try to use up my stash. And I think they're kind of cute. Oh, there's one more of those buried down below. I just love these. This is my absolute favorite, though. Love that one. So, yeah. And so stand this one up. And then the last little bit are some house mouse stamps that I picked up. Again, the bows are painted with the acrylic. And then I used my watercolor pencils to color up the cute little mice. And then a Merry Christmas stamp. And then the inside is probably very simple too. I stamped the little candy cane that I painted. And thinking of you at Christmas. So I was able to make a couple of those. So these are my Christmas cards that I've, one-handed is not easy, guys. These are the Christmas cards that I was able to pull together so far this year. I just wanted to share with you some of the ones that I made. I've got bits and pieces of some up here drying that are similar to these, but instead of paper piecing all those different types, I just basically glued one solid back, and I'm going to leave it at that. And then I have some paper that I used the green acrylics and just did some splatter. So those are, I'll probably piece those together. And then I have a whole bunch of little pieces, if I can grab them without dropping them, of little guys that I put together. These are from all different makes. Michael's Recollection, Stampendous, a bunch of different stamps and dies, Mama Elephant. And I made a bunch of these, but I haven't been able to turn them into cards yet. A lot of these are painted with the red and green elements on them, or acrylic watercolor. And then the rest is with my watercolor brushes, watercolor pencils, and then brushed with my watercolor brush. Aren't they cute? So if I get time in the morning, I'm kind of running out of steam. It's getting late tonight. I may make some very simplistic cards with some of these little guys. And I just think they turned out really cute. If not, I will keep them for next year. Just think they turned out really, really cute. Loved them. They took a little bit more time to do. I will share with you how I did it, because I've still got it back behind me. Hold on one second as I reach behind me. This is what I did. So I had picked up this little Stamp Perfect, you know, the little, is it Hampton Art? Yeah, I bought this at a yard sale. Sorry about the glare. So I basically went and put all of these stamps on here, and I was able to make several sheets of this and then color them up and paint them and then die cut them out, because these all came with dies. So that's kind of how I did it. So it was a lot easier to do it this way. The time-consuming part came with coloring them and then cutting them apart and then die cutting them. But I think they turned out really cute. But my idea is to make them very similar to something like this, where it's just, you know, one little image and, you know, something like that. I may do some, if I can get some mojo back early in the morning and have a few more cards, because there's a bunch of them. I was able to make quite a few of them. I think 4 sheets of the stamps that I did. All right, guys, so that's just a quick little look at some of the Christmas cards that I made this year, along with the big mess on my desk. I hope you guys are all doing well. I wish everyone a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Stay safe, and I really appreciate all the wonderful comments, and this is my favorite. Let me know what you guys think. I love that one. These two are my favorite. I just love them. Love, love, love them. So cute. And guys, again, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year, stay safe, and enjoy your time with your family and friends. Okay, bye everybody.